Good afternoon, you guys. I'm doing this vlog series this month on kind of the things that I do in a day, which is both all of my creative pursuits and ways for me to make random amounts of money since I am currently unemployed and on purely freelance and commission work. Um, I'm going to be showing you guys kind of how I make money on eBay and little things here and there like commission work and freelance work. And my process of how I've been submitting to magazines for poetry and doing all these other kinds of like submissions to contests, and how I'm going to be pitching myself to a bunch more publications this month, which is kind of nightmare inducing, but it's really strange, and I feel like I've had a hard enough time finding other people who have similar experiences, and this is the post-grad mayhem that I think many of us feel. I graduated in May. I've been unemployed since the beginning of September, and student loan payments are about to kick in, and I still haven't found a permanent job. And, like, that's not a thing that I'm really searching for right now. I'm trying to give everything else my all, but I've also been dealing with a lot of anxiety and just a lot of issues with my chronic illness this month. And so, kind of want to give you guys the full experience of how messy this whole thing can be. But let's go and list some stuff for eBay. So I'm going to walk you guys through one of my listings. I use the scanner on eBay, and then I scroll down to sold and completed items, so you can see everything that has been sold under that listing previously. Then you kind of browse through and see, especially if like your things like mine, pre-owned, if they're package wrapped, look at brand new, and just kind of figure out what roughly the pricing is. Then you go into an entry that especially you like the title of. It's much easier to title your items if you can find another one of the kind, and then just go by that. So, Twilight Original Motion Picture Soundtrack. Then you put it in the price that you agree upon. You can auction if you want to. I don't have much experience with auctioning, but I usually set a price at buy it now a couple cents cheaper than people who might be bulk selling them. So people who might have more than one copy and are very trusted sellers. People tend to like warehouse sale a bunch of these. After I set the buy it now price, I actually go straight into delivery and shipping methods. Make sure I turn off ship internationally because I've had issues shipping internationally in the past. Set it to medium mail since it's a CD and it's the cheapest kind of shipping, and I charge the buyer for it. Then you take a bunch of pictures that are customizable for your purchase. So take some picture of the cover, picture of the back, inner covers, etc. Then I do any proper rotating and cropping any of the photos might need, and I finish up the listing. So on this one, we'll see me listing this Kesha CD, go through that, sold and completed items, scroll through, see what people have priced it at. And so this time you should see, like, there are some people who charge for shipping, some people who don't. You kind of have to look in between there and see, okay, between brand new and used, what are we roughly going for? This person has, like, sold a bunch of CDs, which means that they're probably someone who bulk listed. I like using those titles because they're, like, my direct competitor most of the time. But if you list a little bit cheaper than them, and I find if you charge shipping, they'll still possibly go with you because you have custom pictures of the individual item that you are shipping. And I don't know, I feel like that's semi more reliable. Don't ship internationally, go to that, take more pictures, front, back, CD. I always include the CD or the VHS tape or whatever I'm doing because I also feel like that provides a level of trust that I'm sending them a good product. Then I do a once over, make sure the whole listing is good. Then I list my item. I don't turn on any of the easy pricing things that they have on here, but you can turn on easy pricing so it'll gradually drop the price of your item over time. I tend to like to go into eBay and then look at my actual like posted items every couple of days and look at if there's any watchers for the item. If there are several watchers, I'll usually drop the price by like 10 cents once a week and see if anyone bites. Otherwise, I'll look at if it's being viewed a lot. And if it's being viewed a lot and there are no watchers, the price is probably too high. So you want to be aware of those kinds of things, and I think it tends to work pretty well when it comes to pricing. So it's way later in the day. It's actually midnight right now, but I just sold the DVD for Up, and the shipping label is printing right now, and I'm going to show you guys how I package one of my packages. And I'm actually going to start working on the thumbnail for the podcast that I hope will finally go up tomorrow. Yeah, I needed to wait until a lot of my anxiety around it was worked off and I could face it without any real pressures from myself or from anyone else. So I'm gonna work on the thumbnail first. I might get the coffee that I have in the fridge still, so that I can just power through the night so that I can finish it. Because today was a weird day. Today I didn't really wake up and do everything until like 2 o'clock. That's when you guys saw me listing stuff for eBay. Still not done. I got really tired. But that's just what happens when I have like a long weekend. Like I was up every day at like 8 o'clock and I went every day until like midnight, 2 a.m. So that's a lot for me with my fibromyalgia. Like my body just gets exhausted and I really needed to rest myself. So now I'm very awake and I have a feeling my sleep schedule is going to be off for a bit. But hopefully that means that I can sleep most of the day tomorrow and stream tomorrow night finally. Because I've really wanted to stream. And I want to do some doodles for whatever my Patreon wallpapers will be. But the shipping label is now printed, and let's pack. I get these at Dollar Tree, and I bought 8 on this last one because it's a 2-pack, so I love these. And then I use, I prefer this this duct tape, packing tape. But I think I ended up buying a new set that's just the Scotch moving tape, which is also fine. But I really like this thinner one because I put it all over the front of the labels and then over the back like flap when it's done. DVD. And we're set.
Fuck. Down, yeah. I've been feeling so down, yeah. Can you tell me why? I'm down, yeah. No friends of mine around, yeah. Now I'm thinking I might have caught the June blues. Yeah, I wanna drown myself inside the juice. Yeah, you know I keep on running from the truth. Was that not? I'm just a lonely fucking you. Now when I drive around, don't feel it up. Why it's getting colder when the sun come out? Might just waste away, don't know what life about. Another day.
So good morning, you guys. I've had my breakfast and my morning coffee, and I've watched YouTube videos for like a solid hour probably. And I think I'm awake enough that I'm going to finally start editing, because last night I made progress. Still did not make it super far on the edit, because the thing with the podcast is that my laptop took so long every time I tried to move an image into the timeline that I just got super frustrated with everything. And so I'm probably about to hit the 1 hour mark on the podcast on this computer. And it takes probably an hour for every 20 minutes. So I'm going to try and get another 20 minutes of the video done. And then I'm going to take a shower, have another cup of coffee, take a baby break, and then try and get out the rest of the edit in the afternoon. Because once it's going to export, the export won't take long, the upload won't take long, and I just want to have it finally up today and get to post it. And I'm probably not going to do the Patreon art stream like I had planned today. I'm probably just going to do like Fortnite because I'm going to need something low-key and chill after a day of editing. Maybe I'll list some eBay stuff in here, but I don't really know. The edit is the main priority right now.
I got the drum blows, yeah. Walk around like who you, yeah. Just something you get used to, yeah. Go blame the drum blows, yeah. It's just the drum blows, yeah. Walk around like who you, yeah. Just something you get used to, yeah.
So I've had several Adobe issues today. Earlier, I was struggling with the fact that Premiere updated, and for some reason, the audio wasn't playing for the longest time. It was just, you could see the waves moving. Like, you could clearly tell that it was playing, but no sound was happening, and I had to restart my computer like 3 times and like undo an update and like all this nonsense just to get that to work. And then after that, it started doing this thing where I have images on the video and the images aren't showing up, which is making it really hard to animate because you can't tell if it's working or not. And I'm running into so many walls. It is 3:29 now. I've been, editing since 11 this morning, pretty much. I don't know, and I'm only at like an hour 15. I might actually only get to 1:30. I will do the next 15 minutes of it in this hellscape if I can. And that might be it. Then after that I might just put the 2 faces side by side and like call it, because like this has been a mess of a podcast. I want to be free of it. It's a good podcast. We had great conversations in it, and I want people to be able to hear them. But yeah, the animation was just a poor idea for a project this big. It's only 2 images, or 4 images that I'm switching between, but just that level of production is just too hard to do. So I think I'm gonna call it, and that's okay. But Volatile had an idea that I should do little like podcast highlights that are animated, which I like the idea of, and I could put on like Instagram. So that could be very cute in the future. But I really think that these big ones should not happen anymore. But a fun experiment. Good to know that like I'm capable of doodles that show some kind of expression of humanity, and that this is a concept that could work with like a bigger team and more faces. But alas, I'm just one Ash, and we have to give up sometimes. Not everything can be perfect. At long last, this podcast is finally up. It's gonna go live in like 2 minutes. The audio version is already up. I don't know if you can see any of that, but I'm happy. iTunes is the last one that it's processing for. But it's gonna be up, and I'm gonna stream in like another hour and a half 2 hours. I don't know if I should give people time to finish the podcast or if I should just stream whenever. It's like 8:08 right now. I should probably... I had soup at like 5. But maybe I'll have a snack. I've been drinking horchata that my mom got from 7-Eleven, and it tastes like a glazed donut, which is incredible. What's the other thing I have to do? Put end cards on the video. That's a thing that you do. But I have to wait until it finishes processing. And then do that. And then make all the social tweets. All the social posts is the right word. Am I okay? I've been awake all day. This is what happens to me when I don't have a nap. And I'm completely sustained on caffeine. I'm losing it. It's not like I ever had it. But I also saw that Kate Kavanaugh is doing a like write-in tomorrow, but it's at like 7:30 in the morning, which sounds like crazy person talk, and I hope I was reading that wrong. And I hope that she means like 7:30 California time, where she's at currently. Because otherwise, why would she be awake that early while she's at Disney? Like, I don't understand. So I'm really hoping it's like 9:30. But either way, I set my alarm. I'm gonna watch Maiga's writer's block video in the morning before that. And tomorrow's just gonna be a writing day, because we haven't had one of those in a bit. And my deadlines are rapidly approaching. Oh my god, I haven't ripped off the calendar page. You guys. October's over. Okay, so the next deadline is the 22nd. So I need to have like 4 revisions done by the 22nd. And then the next phase is on the 30th of November. And we're on the 5th? The 5th. We can do this. But I do need to phase back into writing. And then these videos, right now this one's 2. Because, I don't know, it's 2. We'll see how the rest turn out, so then it could be like every other day we get one of these vlogs. So it's Tuesday right now. I'll put this out on Thursday, so I can edit this tomorrow. Vlogs are easier to edit, which makes me happy. But anyways, I'm gonna get to all this stuff now, and I'll see you guys before stream. So I finished up stream like an hour ago. It was a really fun time in Fortnite. It was really relaxing. I did pretty good, actually, and I've been making TikToks. Most of them have been like time-lapse drawing videos, but I did one today that was a girl from the YouTube comments in character select, and it's just all the unrelatable things. I'll try and put it over here that have happened in my life the past like 2 years, so that's interesting. TikTok's funny because you can do anything, at least right now, because like there's like no stakes. There's nothing to lose really, which makes it interesting. But I'm gonna finally have my fruit bowl because I edited that TikTok for too long. So I'm gonna have like 2 oranges, and I'm gonna take off this makeup and figure out exactly what time Kate's writing is starting, and I'm gonna head to bed. So I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Bye bye.